Hello everyone. My name is Earth, and I've been feeling under the weather recently. According to my doctor, the Earth has a fever, causing the temperature to be higher than it should be. The Earth, too, can get sick, sneeze, cough, and have a sore throat, which prevents it from performing well and handling its regular duties. This concept is known as the Keeling Curve. The doctor explained that it is a graph that shows how increasing carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere have resulted in higher temperatures. This is because of carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas. It consists of one carbon atom and two oxygen atoms. Carbon dioxide traps heat in the Earth's atmosphere. It does this by allowing sunlight to pass through but preventing heat from leaving the atmosphere. So basically, by trapping heat in the atmosphere, carbon dioxide causes temperatures to rise. It is similar to a thick and heavy blanket, but imagine, however, if you were to use one on a hot day, and you would begin to overheat, similar to how the Earth currently is. Now what is the problem? So human activity has resulted in an increase in CO2 emissions since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution in the late 1700s, due to the increased usage of fossil fuels. Because of these massive emissions, carbon dioxide is entering the atmosphere at a much faster rate than it can be eliminated naturally. This means the Earth is getting more warmer. Like microwaving tomato soup with a lid on, this traps all the heat inside, which is how carbon dioxide traps heat on Earth. In fact, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere can remain there for hundreds of years, especially now as they are on the rise. It took several years for scientists to understand the connection between fossil fuel emissions, the greenhouse effect, and climate change before they could explain the Earth's temperature changes. Dr. Charles David Keeling developed the Keeling Curve to shed light on this by studying how the global concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is increasing with time. In 1956, Dr. Keeling began studying carbon dioxide in the atmosphere by measuring the amount of CO2 contained in air samples, and he found several trends in the amount of CO2. Air samples taken at night were found to contain a higher concentration of carbon dioxide than those taken during the day. In addition, he discovered that CO2 levels are highest in the spring when decomposing plant matter releases CO2 into the air, and are lowest in the autumn when plants stop taking in CO2 for photosynthesis. Last but not least, he discovered that CO2 levels in the atmosphere were rising almost yearly. It is comparable to having a bathtub that keeps filling with water. Eventually, the water will overflow and the bathtub will no longer be able to hold the water. This is similar to what will happen if carbon dioxide keeps increasing. Having these trends allows the curve to show how carbon dioxide concentrations have changed over time. According to scientists, the continued increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere will increase Earth's average temperature and alter climate patterns that are vital to many species and ecosystems. Imagine having a constant fever that keeps getting worse and worse with time with no signs of betterment. This has already started happening to me. Take care of me, Earth, by reducing your carbon footprint and using sustainable practices so I can reduce my fever and create.
Created using Powtoon.